Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, remember me? It's Lashon, and I'm sitting here today going through my coupons. The reason I am is because the exterminator is in and he's doing my monthly treatment of spraying, gelling, and that type of thing. Well, actually, he don't spray in the back where the bird is because he know that I have a parrot, but he does a combination. He sprays in the out areas because my bird don't fly around, and then he does gel in the area where the bird resides. And for those of you who don't know, I have a Conure Parrot, and his name is he's off the chain, really. He is I used to have two. Let's start there. I used to have two parrots, and Alabama for Roll Tide and Seminole for FSU. And she was the female. I had two Conure, sun Conure parrots. They were absolutely beautiful, yellow and green and orange, very bright orange. And I had them for many years. Well, when I went to Tallahassee, and Patrick, which is my youngest child, was home. And well, when I say he's home, he's not really. He was taking care of both of my parrots at the time. He was taking care of them, and when she looked a little under the weather before I left, and I wasn't sure what was going on with her. I heard her sneeze, so immediately I thought maybe she just had a cold or something. You got to be real. Birds are something that is really low key. I don't do a lot of vet stuff with my birds. I've always had birds. I started out with parakeets when I was younger, and when the kids were real small, they had parakeets. And when I knew that they were able to not only take care of their room, but also take care of a bird, then I got a cockatiel. So first I got Harry, and we found out later Harry was a girl. It was a little awkward, but I came home one day, it was an egg down there. Now, I know Harry can't lay an egg, okay? So anyway, I'm getting off track. But anyway, we went from cockatiels, and then I had Birdman for a long time. I had Birdman for many, many years. And when Patrick, my youngest child, was in high school, when he would come home, he would always have lots and lots and lots of stuff. And at the time, Birdman was flying all around because he was like, pretty bird, and a walk over where I am just to get my attention so I could rub his head and scratch his head. I loved that bird, and we all did. And he would always be out. Well, I fell asleep on this particular day, and I usually will put him back on the perch. Now, the cage door will be open, but he knows that if I put him on the perch, that he just don't like to feel closed in. So I would leave the door open. But not this day. He was walking around, all out of order. So I'm on the couch. Now, my old apartment, the door was right where my head would lay. So the door would open like this. So Patrick used to bust the door open. His key would be around his neck. He'd bend like this. He'd open the door and then push it. He'd have his trumpet. He'd have all his mutes for his trumpet. He'd have his backpack. And he'd always have another bag. And that would sometimes be whatever he was carrying. Did he stop and get, because he was driving then, he had his car. And sometimes he'd stop, get something to eat, whatever. Or if he had his laptop, he'd have the laptop bag. So his hands was always full. He pushed that door open, and I heard Birdman. And first of all, I never got his wings clipped because I wanted him to be able to fly, because he would fly around, and he fell one time, and he fell behind the TV. And it scared me to death because it's, cords and wires, and I didn't want him to bite and die. And I was like, if he couldn't fly, he couldn't have got out of there. So my baby Birdman flew out the door. Before I knew it, he was gone. He was like, "Up, I'm out of here. Peace. Thanks for the food. You know, thanks for the cashews and the fresh fruit, but I'm out of here. Okay." I cried and cried. Everybody in the neighborhood was with me trying to call him and everything, but he was gone. And then I immediately called the vet, and they told me put his cage outside. Well, he had a really big cage. They told me put his cage outside, leave it open, and call to him. And that if he don't come back, that more than likely he will return back to that cage before the night is through. And I just was trying to hurry and hurry and hurry before it got dark, because we got a lot of feral cats in our neighborhood. And I'm like, OMG, my baby. To make a long story short, he never came back. And I was devastated. I cried, Lyric cried, Patrick felt guilty because he had opened the door. I felt bad because I left him out of the cage, and it just was a really tough time. And I just prayed and prayed, because he went up, and I was praying that he went like to the roof and then to a tree, and then he could make it, because he had his full span. But I was like, if he on the ground, because he get really tired, and I was like, if he on the ground, these damn cats are like ninjas, you know. So anyway, fast forward. I was devastated after that. But my daughter got me 2 sun Conures. She just popped up and got me 2 sun Conures. One was Seminole and one was Alabama. And they were just... I was so happy and so excited. And for many, many years, I took care of both of them. And as I said before, Seminole, she died last year. And so Alabama was left by itself, and he went through this stage of being depressed. I mean, he pulled out all his feathers. He was completely bald. And the vet said that that's one way they cope. But he was really, he wasn't really eating and stuff. And the vet was like, he's going to go. He's going to go. And I was like, no. I was just so sad. But he made it. I made a conscious effort of spending extra time with him, because he had her companionship all his life. They were brother and sister. They were born together, and he just couldn't imagine his life without her. So I bought new toys. I got a lot of leather, because they like to chew. And I got strings of leather and hung it in different colors, and I was trying to stimulate him as much as I could. And I spent extra time talking to him, and slowly but surely he has evolved. But he mean as hell, okay? He mean as hell. But I started talking about the bird, because I'm out here because they they just walked out my apartment. So they're finished with my apartment, but they do extra care because they know that I have parrots. So... well, they know I got Alabama, so they everybody know me, and they're very careful and make sure that what they use will not harm my bird, and I appreciate that. So I am grateful today for the staff here that takes all of your needs in consideration when they enter your apartment. They are masked. And that is important to me. I am totally vaccinated, but I still wear masks. And so that is something that's important to me. But I was going to do this video on coupons, but it turned out talking about my baby, my Conure Parrot, my Alabama. And he is mean. And he is getting up in the age. And so he is really starting to be aggressive. So he don't like many people and that type of thing. But I appreciate you listening to me talking about my bird today. He's important to me. And you guys are important to me too. And I appreciate your support. I appreciate you coming back here every day and watching my videos. Some are, very informative. Some is just whatever's going on. And some days I'm just having a really bad day. Like I told you before, I do these videos because they help me. I do these videos because I can help somebody. I do these videos because they're therapeutic and they help me to cope. And so sometimes I'm looking at this camera and I'm talking, and it makes me feel better. And you know, in the end, that's all that really matters, is trying to do your very best to feel better and do better. And I strive every day to do better and be better. So for me, that's what this YouTube channel is. So if you're a bird lover, bird, you know, if you got a dog, an animal, whatever, I would love to hear about it in the comment section. And again, thank you for coming by today. Thank you for supporting me. If you can, if you've just got 5 seconds, please like this video. Please subscribe to my channel and leave a comment. I would appreciate it. And you know, that is the only way that I'm going to be successful here. Now, the bottom line to me is if I help one person, that's all that matters. But if I could get paid in the process. But anyway, so let's breathe in and out, and let's get this day started. You ready? Breathe in and breathe out. There we go. See? We did it. We got through another day. We got through another moment. We started this day being positive, and that's all that matters. So I want you to be safe today. I want you to go out with a positive attitude, be sincere, be humble, be respectful to all the people that you encounter today, and treat people the way that you want to be treated. Okay? Treat people the way you want to be treated. That's the only way to live. And your day is going to be great, because you know why? Your day is going to be great because we say it's going to be great. No negativity. Not today. You know, they be trying though. So don't let nobody roll up in your space and try to break you down. It's not going to happen if you don't allow it to. Okay? So remember, God loves you. He does. God loves you. I love you. Have a safe day, and remember to be positive. Bye-bye. Until next time.